Hello, it is Joni McMahon here today, and this is video 63 of 90. I think it's 63. And today I have a little quote that I want to go over with you because when I read it over, it so resonates with all that I believe in my understanding of law of attraction. So it's a great teaching piece. And the name of it is called Symptoms of Spiritual Development. It's really great. All right, so it goes over 12 symptoms of spiritual awakening. Number one, an increased tendency to let things happen rather than make them happen. Now, this is so in alignment with the teachings of Abraham Hicks and just allowing the universe, which is our engine. The universe is the engine that allows things to just flow into our lives that we have been asking for. So this tendency to really let things happen rather than trying to pressure and force them to happen, absolutely crucial and makes such a difference in terms of your daily well-being, your moment-to-moment well-being. Frequent attacks of smiling. It's hard to smile when you're not feeling good, genuinely, So when you feel great, when you're happy, you are smiling. You are exuding that joy. So you know that you are in this spiritual source energy when you are smiling a lot. Number three, feelings of being connected with others and nature. This is so common. When you are feeling on top of the world, you feel good about people. You bring out the best in people. You notice the best in people. And of course, nature is always a source of pure positive energy. It's just a vibration at its best. So, this feeling of being connected to all that is in a very spiritual way is very common when when you are in source energy, which I would use source energy as another term for spiritual awakening. Frequent overwhelming episodes of appreciation. Appreciation is one of the highest vibrations. I think it is the highest vibration. It's like right up there with love. And when you are just appreciating and noticing things around you that you appreciate, you are in a high vibration, meaning you are drawing to yourself a wonderful moments, wonderful things, wonderful people. So getting yourself into a state of appreciation regularly, whenever you're there, you always know you're in source energy. It's just like that. Number five, a tendency to think and act spontaneously rather than from fears based on past experience. Now, when you are in source energy and you get asked something, a question about something, or do you want to do something, when there's a hell yes coming forth from within, it's easy to make a decision quickly. You can act quickly because you know that it resonates with the person that you are, with the happiness that you are moving more and more into, and in an even greater way. So thinking and acting spontaneously, just knowing what's right for you quickly, that's another indicator of being in source energy. Number six, an unmistakable ability to enjoy each moment. When we understand law of attraction, we understand that our power is in this moment right here, not in the past, not in the future, and that feeling good right now, right here, is our job. That's our only task, is to be in the moment, feeling at ease, feeling joyful, feeling excited about life. So really being able to enjoy the moment, that tells us we are in source energy. Number seven, and a loss of ability to worry. Worrying is way down there on the emotional scale. It's like an epidemic almost in our cultures. So, really letting go of worry, because it's the opposite of where we want to be headed, which is into joy and knowing and trusting. So really, when we have let go of a worry, we know we are in source energy. Number 8, a loss of interest in conflict. Conflict is mostly about wanting to be right rather than wanting to be happy. When we get that life is supposed to be happy, we can let go of lots of conflicts that, perhaps in the past we might have got engaged in. But, they never really get us anywhere. They're not much fun to be part of. And so when we have a loss of interest in conflict and an addition of interest in being happy, we know we're in a great place. Number 9, a loss of interest in interpreting the actions of others. We can never know what's going on for others because we're not on the inside track of their journey. Even if we're their best friend or their daughter or mother, the only person that knows what's best for them is that person themselves. And, so letting go of all judgment of other people and knowing that they are figuring things out, they are working things out, they are on their own path. It's awesome when we are no longer, trying to figure out what other people's actions are about. And that goes in alignment with number 10, just letting go of judging people. Whenever we're thinking of, critical thing about somebody, we're judging them, we're thinking they're not appropriate or not okay. We're not in source energy at all. That's not how source sees them at all. So really, catching ourselves and letting go of that, those judging thoughts allows us to move into source energy. And it's so awesome when we no longer have an interest in judging people. We understand what it's, that's not who we are. And gaining the ability to love without expecting anything. So many people give because they expect something in return. But really, when you just give because it feels good, and you don't expect anything in return, you just give unconditionally. You are in source energy because you can just let it go. You're not keeping track. You're not thinking in that kind of term. You're high up on the emotional scale in alignment with source energy. So I hope you have found these as interesting and helpful in terms of a guidance, a really great guide as I have. And I added my interpretation according to my knowledge of law of attraction. So anyway, just wanted to share that with you today. Have a great day. We will see you soon in my next video. Bye for now.